In a rather historic and symbolic move, Captain Ibrahim Traore has become the first person to receive the Alliance of Sahel States passport, that is, the newly introduced AES passport. This groundbreaking step cements Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger's departure from the Economic Community of West African States, which is ECOWAS. This moment comes just days after Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger celebrated their official exit from ECOWAS, marking a major political and economic shift in the region. The introduction of the AES passport is more than just a travel document. According to them, it represents a bold vision for sovereignty, regional unity, and self-determination amongst these three nations. But this raises several key questions. How will the AES passport impact travel and trade amongst these three nations? What does this mean for relations with ECOWAS and neighboring West African countries, including Ghana? Will this move inspire other nations to reconsider their place in ECOWAS? In today's video, we'll take a deep dive into the political, economic, and social significance of this landmark event. We'll explore this bold move by Ibrahim Traore and how the AES framework is being implemented and what this bold move means for the future of regional cooperation in West Africa. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video. As I've stated countlessly, it helps this video to get to more people. Comment down below and subscribe for more updates on Africa's evolving geopolitical landscape. Now let's get started. Captain Ibrahim Traore's decision to accept the first AES passport is not just a procedural formality, it's a powerful statement of Burkina Faso's commitment to redefining its place in the region, because any of the leaders of the two nations could have received it first. But Ibrahim Traore, being as bold and audacious as he is, decided to make the first move to cement the AES exit from ECOWAS. For months, tensions between Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger and ECOWAS has been escalating, fueled by their growing dissatisfaction with ECOWAS's response to security threats, particularly in fight against terrorism in the Sahel. Also, economic sanctions imposed by ECOWAS following the military takeovers in all these three nations. The nations perceive foreign influence in ECOWAS decision-making, which they felt prioritized external interest over local realities. In response to these frustrations, the three countries formed the Alliance of Sahel States, AES, aiming to build an independent economic and security bloc that reflects their shared interests. The introduction of the AES passport is a crucial first step in turning this vision into reality. For many citizens in Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger, the AES passport represents far more than just a travel document. It's a symbol of sovereignty, resilience, and regional solidarity. That's to tell you that majority of their citizens agree with their departure from ECOWAS. On the streets of Ouagadougou, residents are expressing pride and optimism about this development. Many see the AES passport as a tool that could counter misinformation about their nations and help reshape global perceptions. A local graphic designer, Sheikh Diallo, shared his perspective on how this passport is already making an impact. Generally, people outside the countries believe that the AES doesn't function, that they are isolated, but traveling with this passport shows that AES is not what is being portrayed in negative images. They are still doing business, still traveling, and he stated that he can't imagine being in AES and still using the ECOWAS passport. His words reflect a growing sense of regional identity and empowerment among citizens of the three countries. The passport is now being introduced at the Migration Division in Ouagadougou, with full operations officially beginning early this week. With this new development, travel between Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger could become smoother and more efficient, allowing for easier movements of people and goods. One of the most immediate challenges and opportunities following the exit from ECOWAS is the restructuring of travel policies between these three nations and their former ECOWAS neighbors. Under ECOWAS, citizens of member countries enjoy visa-free travel across the region. Now, new policies must be implemented to determine border controls and entry requirements for AES citizens. Custom duties and trade regulations between AES and ECOWAS nations must also be regulated, including mutual recognition of passports between the two blocs. A journalist based in Ouagadougou, Edem Ahibla, raised concerns about the financial implications of the new passport, which Captain Ibrahim Traore knows too well and is familiar with. The journalist stated that if you leave Burkina Faso for Mali, you have to pay, and same goes for Niger. But now, If they have a common passport, they become a family and maybe the cost would change. They were told that after their current passport expires, they can transition to the AES passport if it allows them to travel places where they previously needed visa, and that's what Captain Ibrahim Traore is putting in place between Niger and Mali's partnerships. If the AES passport indeed simplifies travel and removes visa requirements between Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger, it could become a more powerful tool for regional integration, as the ECOWAS passport still finds difficulty entering neighboring countries. Beyond travel, the AES passport could boost trade and investment amongst the three countries. Many businesses rely on cross-border commerce, and an integration system could reduce bureaucratic delays in trade and logistics. It will also lower tariffs and custom fees between the AES countries and create a unified economic zone that fosters regional growth. However, people that are skeptical still raise concerns about how ECOWAS would respond to this shift. It will impose stricter trade barriers on the AES nations. Or I'll think that both sides seek a diplomatic solution that allows continued economic cooperation. Despite the official withdrawal of Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger, ECOWAS has not completely severed ties with these nations. In multiple statements, ECOWAS has emphasized that dialogues remain open for future cooperation. The organization seeks to maintain regional stability and economic integration. ECOWAS' priority is to find a peaceful and practical resolution to the solution. However, neither of the three AES nations are backing down. The long-term relationship between ECOWAS and AES remains uncertain. Some of the key questions moving forward: how will diplomatic relations evolve between the AES nations and the rest of West Africa? Could other West African countries consider leaving ECOWAS to join the AES model? That is a recurring question and recurring theme in the African nations. The choices made in the coming months will shape the political and economic landscape of West African nations for years to come. The launch of the AES passport is Ibrahim Traore's announcement of cementing the exit from ECOWAS, and is just one step in a much larger strategy for regional self-reliance. Over the next few years, Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger aim to create a fully integrated economic and security bloc. They also intend to develop alternative trade partnerships with international allies and strengthen regional military cooperation to combat terrorism and instability. Their ability to successfully implement these plans will determine whether the AES experiment is a short-lived rebellion or the beginning of a new geopolitical order in the West African sub-region, of which Captain Ibrahim Traore is super confident about. Captain Traore's acceptance of the AES passport marks a defining moment in West Africa's history. This is not just about changing travel documents, it's about shaping the future of an entire region. As Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger step into this new chapter, the world is watching. Will their vision of independence and cooperation succeed, or will they face new hurdles along the way? What are your thoughts on this bold move? Do you think the AES alliance will thrive, or will it struggle to gain traction? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. And remember, like, subscribe and stay tuned for more updates on Africa's evolving political and economic landscape. Check out this next video on amazing developments happening right here in Africa. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.